Did someone request a meme map in the grand finals? Oh, we got you covered. Haywire is back. Canadian Twin Showdown. Wham with the English, Puppy Paw with the Roos. One and all, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a fun one. A map that has been slam dunk dominated by the Roos because of how insane their gold generation is, as you're going to see with these initial hunter cabins. But on the other side, a very, very tight and small map against a Civ that could rush with villagers or rush with Lombos. This might be a quick one, but I think it could be a fun and unpredictable one. So, looking at the bets, a lot going towards Puppy Paw, who has taken the lead early in this series. A lot of belief in the power of the hunting cabins, but I wouldn't discredit what Wham could do with Lombos. Here's the thing, guys. With the distance to your base being so short, Fast Castle isn't really an option. And hunting cabins give you gold. Great. You can build a lot of knights, but wood. Wood is going to make the world go round, right? So considering how easily an English player can reach you, there's theoretically a world in which you can't access the wood to get additional production, to get spearmen, archers, whatever you need. So I think there is a timing attack here in mind for Wham. These hunting cabins are ridiculous. 63 trees. 34 gold at 1 minute into the game passively, i.e. an extra villager. He's getting another one over here. And another one over here. And another one. It's just going to keep going. On top of that, I'm looking at this spawn, and this is probably just the absolute jackpot for High Trade House. Plop it here, touch all these trees in range. Can't really ask for much better. I mean, you could maybe go over here, but that would clearly be less. So yeah, Haywire. Man, I want Haywire to be a good map, but... And this is why it'll probably never be a default map. It just has some fundamental flaws due to Roos. Like, this is the thing, actually. Have you guys noticed this? Even after the bounty changes, like, in general, Roos is the biggest blocker to interesting map designs. The old bounty system prevented us from having maps with additional deer, right? But even now, the hunting cabins prevent us from having interesting maps with tree lines because of this. It is a conundrum. I don't really know if the answer is rework the hunting cabins thing entirely. Maybe if it was... Okay, so it's a bit of a drastic change, but what if hunting cabins only kicked in Castle Age? Right, for gold generation. Maybe you'd have to change the cost of the hunting cabin to make it fair, but it does feel like it would at least make these type of maps a bit more balanced. But then again, you still have other civs that have problems, right? As we're going to see, the English Lombo rush should be very oppressive here. Puppy Paw likely is thinking Kremlin, but yeah. I wondered if Wham was going to rush his timing. Like, it's kind of insane, but the idea of putting 6 on the council hall would get you a Lombo pretty fast here. Puppy Paw is being greedy, though. And Wham could see that. It's 2 villages building the Kremlin. Now, Puppy Paw has been gifted the spawn of the gods, by the way. This tiny tree line here, this slivery little caterpillar, blocks us around. So if you get the Kremlin up here, there's no entry. Oh, this is toxic, man. And yeah, 7 on the council hall. But look at this. Puppy Paw mirrors. They're both watching each other's race towards age 2 here. Oh, no. This isn't quick enough for Wham. Right? Because he has to build the council hall, but then he has to produce the Lombos, and then the Lombos have to walk over. Now, it's a lot of long distance. But 7 villagers should get this done. Now it's 8. Oh, my God. This is intense. Wow, there we go. Tech up complete. Council will get queued. And now, like, what, he realizes it's not going to work. I think he was planning to pull the villagers there alongside it, or as a misclick. Either way, it's not going to be quick enough, so... Looks like the Kremlin is successfully going to go up. You can do a little bit of eco damage here, rather hurt their health bars, but you wouldn't get any kills. Okay, so now what? Because I feel like this was the bread and butter of it, you know? This is how you're going to get your biscuit. But now? Does he even know? He sees the tree line, so he knows for sure now. I would be so tilted with this spawn, man. I mean, you got it as well, right? But you don't use it as well as the Roos do. Hunting cabin generation, it's, yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. He is getting 107 gold a minute out of this. That's what Malians get out of a full pit mine. And Malians spend 150 wood in the pit mine. And then on the houses, they usually give up, like, what, 8? So that's another 200 wood. So you're spending less than a Malian player to generate more than a Malian player. Huh? Wait, I guess we're just exploring the map now, right? Because this is Fast Castle. Ooh, this is a Fast Castle race on both sides. So you're probably going King's Palace. I mean, you have to go King's Palace, right? And then you're going to Monastery drop for the Russian relics. You have the Lombos already, so your opponent can't just rush his own monks because they're very expensive. So there is an edge here for Wham to kind of reap. And he needs it because he's already just economically pretty far behind. Outpost coming up from Wham as well. We're going to get up courtesy of the Lombos here. I mean, the problem is all the food, all the gold, everything's on the backside. Like, it's actually crazy. All the resources spawn on the backside. Usually the gold does spawn safe. I think I've seen 1 or 2 spawns where it can spawn here or here. And if that happened, then it could have been GG, right? Because Puppy Paw could only get passive gold. So you build like 4 Lombos, you block him on gold actively, and then you tech up faster. Instead, no denying it, Puppy Paw is going to get to age 3 first. White Tower? I don't know if you White Tower this. Your timing is going to be off, right? Like, look at this. Puppy Paw's ready to go. And if you White Tower, your opponent can pull any Kremlin tickets he's got. It's not many, right? By the time you're like building it, it should be at least 4 militia. And the gamble is like, if your opponent built a stables behind all this, you're dead for trying to White Tower forward, right? High Trade House coming in. Oh, that is so dirty. I mean, yeah, why was I looking here and here? Come on. Oh, no. All right, get your numbers in. And try not to make too many Reddit threads. And he is going for it. He doesn't want to make it an eco race. It's an all-in. White Tower Rush on the way. Holy crap. Militia got pulled. However, you just pulled him into 2 Lombos. He needed additional units here. He's going to go for a Wooden Fortress, though. Wait, is this going to buy enough time? I feel like Wham needs to pump more Lombos. Additional villages are being pulled. The short bows are out. He's going to start sniping the villages. 1 goes down. I mean, he can get a few picks here. Lombos are targeting the wrong thing, though. The Wooden Fortress is going to go up. The White Tower has to be pulled back. Yeah, this is nowhere near as impressive. Oh, no. Wham. I mean, he's got an eco lead, right? But his tech timing is going to be so much worse. On top of that, it's 130 trees. 130 trees in this high trade house. I'm vomiting right now. It's going to be like 280. 132. So 264. Smoothie. Slap bang on it perfectly. And that's only tier 2. Actually, is it even tier 2, I wonder, at this stage? So White Tower's going to come up. The play for Wham is to go Trebs. It's the only play. Now, the good news is White Tower's kind of toxic. So the counterplay can't just be build a few knights and go in. Puppy Paw will have to kind of deal with the slog of it. He's going to have to go Trebs himself. The bad news for Wham is Puppy Paw techs so much quicker that he already has the Siege Workshop on the way. And the Siege Workshops, remember, got cheaper in recent patches from 300 to 250 wood. Add in the fact that you get 20% more wood, and you now have a ludicrous, what's that, 350, 360? I think maybe 370 passive gold. With the 20% extra wood, you can easily afford to outmass Trebs over the English. Sheesh. And I wonder, does anyone try to sneak the relics? I feel like Wham would benefit here. He needs that extra eco. There's no room for it. There we go. He's going to go now. So remember, the difference here is like a monastery is quite expensive, 200 wood, but a workshop is 250. By going for the White Tower, you save 250 wood. So you can actually justify this. However, like we said, when you add in all the passive advantages of being Roos in this position, Wham, although he has a small eco advantage of 2.5, he's still behind. Knight. This could be big, though. He's going to force him to pull the villagers. You could actually go for the snipes on them instead. He's going to dive deeper. Textiles is there. And now he's trying not to vomit. Militia are going to pin him in the corner as well. Remember, they do get upgraded with age, so we'll be able to mop him up. Not a good exchange whatsoever for Wham. I'm not really sure what he was expecting out of that in the end. First Trev in play for both of them. The villagers now starting to be pulled to repair that White Tower. This is going to become quite burdensome. Wham, already going for the first monk. A little bit surprised he didn't go for the closer relic here. They do both know where it is. Actually, I guess with the monastery placement, they're 50-50. Puppy Paw prepping the spears. Understands that there's eventually going to be kind of probably a dive point here, one way or the other. He already saw knights coming as well. Has to be worried about that out of the White Tower. And the White Tower. The White... Okay. I got worried for a second there. Could you imagine if it attacked the wooden fortress the entire time? Oh, that's kind of cool. Wham, he's trying to pop lock him. That's actually a really cool idea from this position. Like we said, you can't out-eco him, right? But you could house him. He hasn't got any room back here. He's going to squeeze out what he can, where he can. Raxes have been dropped, so men-at-arms are on the way for Puppy Paw, but the first relic now home for Wham. Second one about to be grabbed as well. This would be an incredible position to claw your way out of. Wham also prepping crossbows, aware of what's coming. White Tower already feeling pretty heavily dented though, right? Difference in timing here. The other issue now is because the wooden fortress is in there, because no units are range, there's no attack speed aura for these trebs. So they're not outpacing an equal number of roost trebs. However, Puppy Paw has fallen behind on the timing here, right? Third treb only just joined the fray. So 2 relics home. Third one coming in as well. Wow, being quite ambitious with this. I don't think he knows... Okay, he has actually scouted them all, so he knows where the remaining relics are. However, the White Tower is in trouble. Currently on fire here. Another trebuchet about to spawn. But that might then be Kurt's closed on the defensive landmark. TC in bigger trouble. I think this is actually a bigger deal. Puppy Paw, he will not be able to scale eco anymore. And his army is nowhere near big enough to dive in here. Town center down, and he starts sniping the trebs. They're sniping each other? Are you kidding me? He didn't go for the kill! Wow, that's it! Puppy Paw, he doesn't have a way of getting in here now. The White Tower stays alive. The trebs brute force their way through it. And Puppy Paw is in trouble. Villagers pull to repair here. Wham, now with an eco that can scale. Meanwhile, Puppy Paws cannot. However, the White Tower is going to go down. Now, I don't think he cares, though. Because he knows his brother can't build more units, really. Like, he can't bloat them. Because he can't build more villages right now. That's going to take a hell of a long time to repair this. Also, is Puppy Paw almost out of food? Oh my god, he snuck out. Yeah, he snuck out into the deer. Unnoticed. Now, obviously, English shouldn't have the same problem. They could just build farms. However, he's mirroring the move right now in a game where Puppy Paw is adding in a few horsemen. Mango just getting baited here. Crossbows need to be a little bit careful. Council. Wait, Wham. Where? Oh my god. No, this is a big deal. One got wheelbarrow, the other didn't. He only just arrived at the deer. And Wham absolutely refused to add in any farms. He also didn't eat the berries. No way. Dive now coming in. Treb's also going to start getting pinched here. Remember, without the White Tower, he can't build more. There's only one landmark left alive for Wham. A huge oversight here. Mango's coming out now. Wham only has wood and gold to work with, right? So we are getting a true age of siege here as both players are struggling in food. However, Puppy Paw has found enough to get a handful of spears and horsemen together that could be crucial and pivotal in this game. Nice Mango micro there. Almost snipes one the siege, but now the crossbow's out of position. The overextension, and that's got to be it, surely. I mean, Wham, he just doesn't have any food. Even if he did, he doesn't have the production buildings anymore. The TC's now being sniped. Unbelievable. Wham, he looked like he was in a dominant position here. And I can't help but wonder if he had just eaten a few berries. If he had just smooshed them across his face instead. 1,500 more food could have been the difference maker here to keep him pumping. Damn. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, is this just classic English brain? Don't want to touch the berries? So I feel like taking that walkout without wheelbarrow, as opposed to just taking the worst gathering rate, makes little to no sense here. Maybe the white tower's always going to go down, but you had no chance of holding. GG gets called, and that is now a 2-0 lead for Puppy Paw, looking to make it back-to-back-to-back championships. Can he do it? You have to stay tuned for the next one to find out.